This conference will now be recorded.
Last class, I was explaining you about one of the real-time project, Bid Management 2.0. I've shown you or I've walked you through the end-to-end functionality of this whole project, right? We have seen how this project is going to work. What is the focus area, the scope area for the project, right? You have seen that the diagram is still there. Our project is focused, right? Our project is focused where from, right? Let me draw the line here. Our project is focused, right, from the manufacturer. Okay, sorry, Control Z. Okay, this is the line. Our project is completely focused from where to where? From ABC till the end, right? Our project is focused. We have to deliver a solution to this ABC company, right? So that the respective distributors and partners can request ABC company for a special bid. If they find any bid, they should be able to place request. ABC company will review, will go ahead, will go through an approval process, approves it, and then he will inform the distributor or partner saying that your request is approved. We promise you to reduce your price to by $3. The distributor and partner gets the confidence. They go ahead, they wins the deal, they sell the product to the end customer. That's the government of Telangana State Ministry of Tourism. This sell it, and then they will submit their claim process. In single word, we should create, there are two sub projects inside it. One is the approval process, request process. Second one, request process and they request, you approve and you respond. And the second project is that once again they will come back to you for claim. Once the deal is won, now they'll come back for a claim submission. First one request submission, second one claim submission. So that is the reason when you go to the diagram, you see that there are two flows. Yes. Question?
And just now joined, did I miss anything important?
That's, I don't know. You should be knowing it. Right? If you don't know, then you didn't miss anything. Right? Okay, let's go ahead. Right. So what we did, now let us understand this flow diagram because this is what the whole projects will be explained. Customer. Who is the customer? They are outside our system. Blue is ABC. Whatever is happening, the blue is an ABC. Customer, that is nothing but a distributor or a reseller or a partner. Request, this is the first line. Bid registration. Colored in orange, you can see it says external page. This page has to be deployed using partner portal page. Partner portal. That means not only you should able to access this Visualforce page, you have to create a Visualforce page called bid registration. This Visualforce page has to be accessible by distributors and partners. How to create a partners page, community page, right? It will be there in the documentation. It's a simple, right? You have not learned in the class. Creation of page is same that you have learned in the class. Creating a Visualforce page. How can I extend this Visualforce page to an outsider customer? That is the reason it's a dotted. Dotted means external page. This page, distributor will go ahead and open the link, right? And they will enter the username and password. Once they use the username and password, right? What will happen? This page will be loaded. On this page, they will submit a request. Title, Government of Telangana 5,000 laptop. That's the title, right? Date, today's date. Bid start date, bid end date, bid details, one section. In that bid detail section, all the details about the bid. Published on which newspaper? Published on Next, source. In the source, newspaper, web, phone, partner, reference. So newspaper. If as soon as you select newspaper, which newspaper? Newspaper date, page number. In the newspaper, there are 10 pages. Fourth page, they have to provide everything. We don't have a time to go and pull the newspaper and keep on searching. So they have to give that. On the newspaper, the tender was released, right? Tender quantity, tender configuration. How much quantity they are looking? They are looking for 1,000, right? So all those information in one section. Then next section. Okay, this is all about tender. What do you want from us? Original order number, ordered quantity. Originally I ordered 10,000. Original order number from ABC is this. Order date, right? You'll give. Next, quantity requested. How much quantity are you requesting for a special pricing? 500. Special price. What is all this page you will build here? I'm giving you this page requirement orally now. The page requirement will be there in the documentation, which I'll be sharing you how to create a page. The documentation will also show you I gave a solved project. 80% solved project I gave you. Solved. That means with a code I gave you. That means those who don't know how to do it, they can follow the program and they can, right? They can do it, right? Code. So, right now, this page, how can I deploy to an external? Because this customer distributors are not my internal employees. Whatever I create can be accessible only by internal employee, but this page, this Visualforce page has to be accessed by an external employee. Steps are given in the documentation. How to go and deploy it as a community page, community portal. You can do that. Whenever they fill the form, they click on submit. You will write a Apex class and a trigger. Whenever they click on save button, immediately another object you have to create. Two objects, bid registration, bid request, right? So whatever they fill on the bid registration page, whenever you click the button, immediately system should create a record in the bid request page, in the bid request object. This object is accessed by internal employee. This page is external. Even internal can access, but we don't want to go and do anything there. Let it be external. Whenever they submit a data from the external page, immediately the data has to be copied to an internal object. All the data. In that, additional will be there. In that, additional information will be there, right? Additional information. Now you will check those information and you will update. Yes. Did we order from Dell? Yes, one checkbox. Right? Is it a valid order? Yes. Is it a valid request? Yes. Is it valid price? Yes. Right? What is the approved price? He asked for $3 discount. Maybe I can't give $3. I'll say $2 approved. So all those will be addition to the details that we captured in the bid registration page. In the bid request form, other than those details, I will have additional information. As soon as I click on submit, it should go for an approval process. Approval process. You know how to create an approval process. So we have used Visualforce. We have used Apex class and triggers. There are inside that there'll be so many. In the form, there'll be validation rules. There'll be validation rules. So we'll be covering the validation rules, right? Next, from here, we'll cover the approval metrics. Once the approval is done, I want an SMS to go to the customer. Integration, we did the SMS. As soon as the approval is done, an SMS has to go to the customer. Kink, your request has been approved, right? Then you have to create a PDF copy. You have to create an output copy called PDF. Documentation will give you how to create a PDF copy. That PDF copy, I should have a send option to send it to email to this. Now, customer will receive it, right? He asked for $3 revision. You gave him $2 revision. He will say, okay, no problem. Let us try. They will try. Looks like that you are 100, ABC is 100, HP is 100. Now, Telangana government will decide which one to take. Both are same. They will say, okay, ABC is a very good company. Let's go by ABC. Even though the price is same, ABC won. Now we promised $2. After everything, again the distributor will submit a claim form. Now they will come back to claim. There, right, we will say claim for what? Here there will be ID generated. Bid request form will have an ID. They will claim with that ID. Against this auto number ID, you promise that you will give me $2 back. So they will put that ID. Another Visualforce page which is externally deployed. So they will fill claim ID. That's nothing but claim request ID. So request ID, whatever they made, they will put it there. Request date. When the request is submitted? Approve date. When the approval was done. All these things will be there in this printout. So they will now update it here. Sold to whom? Sold to how much quantity you sold? Sold date, your invoice number. Because who will be selling? Right? I'll not be selling. I already sold it to partner. Partner sold it. I already sold it to distributor. Distributor sold it to partner. Partner will be selling to the customer. So partner invoice details. Right? So they will attach at what price you sold and everything. Right? And attachment. Go ahead and attach the copy. They will click submit. Immediately, a claim has to be created in the system called claim validation. Not only that, all the approval details, who approved it, that my distributor is not able to see whether Rupam approved or somebody approved. It will not show approver name. But while the claim comes, I want to check, okay, this is the ID I received. With that ID, get the approval data. Who approved it? When it was approved? Any special comment while approval? All this information, a green line is coming to the claim. You can see that. Approval date. So in the claim validation, I will get now, because we said $2, we promised. Suppose in the request, they say that pay us in rupee. Pay us in rupee, they will request. In the request form, payment currency requested, rupee, if they put. Then now we approve $2, but we want the payment in rupee. That means I have to convert a dollar to a rupee. I need a currency conversion. Live rate coming up from here. Currency conversion. Not only this, before I validate, I have to validate whether the orders are also correct or not. So from the order system, you can ignore this, right? So all the currency conversion. Once the currency conversion is done, I say, okay, submit. It should go for approval. Once the approval is done, right? Once the approval is done, where it should go? It should immediately, right? It should go ahead. What? A payout copy should be created. Final check copy, payout copy. And a message should go, and it has to be updated to a finance system. So you leave it because we have to do an adjustment. We already sold it for 100. Now we are giving him $2 back. 1 month back, I sold it for 100. Now I'm giving it, I'm from that $100, I'm giving $2 back. What was my final price? 98. 98 what? A bill which was done 1 month back, for which I might have paid tax to the government also. Tax could I pay in the, I already paid. Now I have to take the tax back from the government. That means I have to do some adjustment. It will go to the finance system. Out of scope. Not a part of our project. It will be handled by the finance SFDC team. That's also an SFDC, but some other team. It's a separate project again. So we will, what they want, we will give the information. They will take the information and they have their own way to adjust. Next, this line joins here. Email copy will go and SMS will go. Your payment copy has been released. Your payment has been released. Right? Payment has been released. This is how it will go. Bid request. I have to get the price book for that product. What is the current price? While requesting, he requested that to give $2 discount. I want to know, 1 month back the product was $100. Is it today also the product is $100? It might have become 105. It might have become 98. So while approval, you can see that I need price book, I need product master also while approval. Right? Simple flow. This is how the project is moving. Simple flow. But you have to create multiple objects for this. You have to create multiple objects. Simple flow of the project. But you have to create what? Multiple tables. Got the overall idea how the project is working? Yes. What you have to do? Yes or no? All keeping quiet, silent. Yes or
Sir.
no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Overall idea, you got it? What you have to build, right? This is the system that you have to build for yourself. Looks to be very simple, but no, it is not that simple, right? This is how the objects will be created and how the objects will be linked. This is how the objects will be created and objects will be linked, right? You will create a distributor master table where all the distributor information will be stored. Only authorized distributor, so you should store your distributor information, right? Because it is against the order. That means you should have an order system where already an order is raised. ABC, right? Against this order number, they acquired this product. On that product, they want so order system. Not only that, who is the end customer? Government of Telangana state, right? CRM Engineering College. They are the end customer. I have to maintain this all these three information in three different tables, right? Then all this information will flow to bid registration, right? What are the information that will flow? And who is the end customer? From where it has to come? It has to come from end customer table, right? Distributor, who is requesting? It has to come from distributor table. Distributor will say against this order 1 month back, then the order information has to come from order table. Bid registration has three inputs, three lines. This one line, 2 arrow, 3 arrow, you can say that. It has 3 input arrows if you're observing. The bid registration box has 3 arrow, right? And distributor can raise a order from us. I told you, even Rumia can buy a product from ABC directly. She can go to ABC website. She can place a order for a laptop. See, end customer directly buying a product. We cannot stop. Can we stop CMR Education College to come to our website and select quantity 20 and then order? No. That means order can be raised by a customer. Order can be raised by a distributor or a partner. So 2 arrows. So order can be raised by anyone. Those order information will move where? To the bid registration. While we open the bid registration, while you pull the data, we should remove this end customer data. I told you that is not the scenario we are covering, right? See, this cross consumer scenario we are not covering. Individual person diagram, you see here. This is the individual person diagram. This we are not covering. So that means I have to remove that data from the project. End customer has to be filtered here. That means in the bid registration, if I enter anything, any order ID which is created by end user, it should say, sorry, this is not a valid order ID. Even though it's a valid order ID, yes, the order ID exists, but the form should give an error because this form should accept the orders only created by distributors and partners, not by the customer directly. So bid registration. From the bid registration, it should go to the bid request. From the bid request initial, it will go for approval. In approval, they will add. From that, it will go to the final. In approval, you will have approval engine. While the bid registration comes to you, this is external page, bid registration initial, bid request. Bid registration is external, bid request is internal. Bid registration is external, bid request is internal. Registration is external, request is internal. In the internal page, I have to pull the current price of the product. Same product last month he brought for 100. Today, what is the price? My price have changed here. From the product also will come. There is some additional information called go to market segmentation. You can leave it. You need not to make your project more complex. Go to market segmentations are there. So just ignore those two, right? And this is how you will be creating a, right? It's a small project I gave you, I told you, but it will take at least 2 months for you to build this. 2 months for you to build this. First, you have to create a bid registration page. Same way you have to do for the claim also. Second piece, there are two pieces. This is first piece. What is that? Registration. Second piece, claim. Claim. First piece is registration, where they will request for registration, you approve it, you send an approval ID. Later, with that approval ID, they will come and they will say claim after 1 month. Hey, you claimed you approved last month against this ID $3. Now, as per your promise, I went ahead and sold the laptop, right? Now give me my $3 back. That's the claim. Clear now what I'm saying? Yes or no? Able to understand, guys? Yes, what you have to do in the project, what we are expecting from you to develop. Yes. Anybody
Yes.
has a doubt can call it out. If you feel that no, you're not able to get the core concept, you have to call it out. I will not explain the work, even though I'm explaining you overall on the top view. You have to create a Visualforce page, you have to do this, that. But all the works will be in the talk. How to create the page, what to create the page, what is the validation rule in that will be in the doc. Right? So, similarly, claim submission. So many diagrams. Right? Claim submission. How the claim submission will happen? Right? Claim submission is an external page. Claim submission is an external page. Claim validation is an internal page. So they should have a page from where they can submit a claim with claim ID, with all the details they will submit. As soon as they submit, immediately system should create what? Claim, right? Immediately the system should create a claim. That page can be linked to the order details. As soon as they put the order, automatically system will pull the order date, everything. Whatever the order against which they are claiming, so they can pull it. Then validation will happen. In the validation, same thing. I have to get the product, I have to get the price book. I'll validate whether I can give or not. It'll go to the approval metrics, it'll go to the engine, and then I will approve it. Yes, approve. As soon as it's approved, again, an SMS has to go, an email has to go, right? This whole two set of processes you have to build together. Two set of process you have to build together. That's how, right, the project will work. Right? Understood. Right? Understood. Overall diagram. Right? Overall, what is this project is going to offer? Yes, tell me. Yeah.
సార్ మీరు అది ఫస్ట్ మీరు అప్రూవల్ చేసేటప్పుడు మరి ప్రైస్ బుక్ లో ప్రెసెంట్ ఎంత మరి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తా అన్నారు కదా సార్ మళ్ళీ
చేయాలి కదా. సో యూ హావ్ టు రైట్ ఎ కస్టమ్ క్లాసెస్ రాయాలి, నువ్వు రాయాలి కదా, బటన్స్ రాయాలి, క్యాలిక్యులేట్ మని ఒక బటన్ పెట్టాలి. He might have asked for $3, but I might not give $2. I can give only $2. I should have a calculation on what basis I'm doing a $2. So for that you have to write a class, you have to write a trigger, right? Go ahead. Any other questions? Aite, what is the question? Tell me.
మళ్ళీ మీరు ప్రైస్ బుక్ లో కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా సార్, ప్రెసెంట్ అంటే
ప్రైస్ బుక్ కంపేర్ కాదు, ప్రైస్ బుక్ నుంచి కంపేర్ కాదు, ప్రైస్ బుక్ నుంచి లేటెస్ట్ ప్రైస్ తీసుకుంటాను. ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద లేటెస్ట్ ప్రైస్? 1 month బ్యాక్ ఏం ప్రైస్? yes tell me.
ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ దానికి పెరగొచ్చు తగ్గొచ్చు కదా సార్, ఇప్పుడు బెడ్
తగ్గొచ్చు. based on that నువ్వు ఫార్ములా రాయాలి కదా. you have to write a class, no, you have to write a class, we have to write if else statement. if it's more, product price has increased, right? అది ఎందుకు? already we promised that we'll give $2. we already promised. I cannot now, suppose price ఎక్కువ అయింది అనుకో, I cannot say that. Mute please. Chala disturbance on the backside. So now I cannot go ahead and tell the distributor, sorry, నేను ఇవ్వను 2 రూపీస్ ఎందుకంటే ప్రైస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది. లేదు, you have promised it, right? Even if it's a loss, when I promised initially, that time price was not increased. అప్పుడు ప్రైస్ ప్రాపర్గా ఉండేది. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ ఐ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు గివ్ హిమ్ $2 ఇచ్చాను, ఎందుకంటే అప్పుడు ఐ వాజ్ నాట్ ఇన్ లాస్ 1 month బ్యాక్. ఈ మొత్తం డీల్ క్లోజ్ అవ్వాలంటే the whole deal process to get closed, it became 1 month. And I gave him you have to claim within 1 month or 2 months. I gave him a date. He came after 1 month, exactly on the last day he came. He submitted the claim. By then, my product price have changed. Adi increase అయిపోయింది. Now, can I give him $2? No, because I'll be in a negative loss. But you have to give. You cannot say that no, because based on your promise, he went ahead and now you cannot say that no, I will not bear the loss. Why I am calling the price book again here in the calculation also, again in the claim. It is just to understand whether to pass it to the finance system, whether finally manam loss lo unnama, profit lo unnama. In this case, loss minus, let's say that $2 loss. Margin enta loss ayindi, all will be calculated with the finance system. Suppose price change kaledu, appudu same plus $2. Price 1 month back ala undi, ee roju kuda ade undi. So that means base last month when we approved it, it was $2 profit. So today also $2. We'll pass $2 profit to the finance system, because finally the finance system has to calculate the profit and loss account. So that is the reason at the time of giving also we are comparing the price book. At the claim also we are bringing the price book in to check it out whether we are in the loss or not. It's not to stop the payment. It is just to calculate our profit or loss so that we can pass it to the finance system, and finance system will show net loss of the company, net profit of the company. It will show there. It's for them. Got it? The reason why I'm calling it? Yes. Tell me guys, yes or no? Arthamainda?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any questions, guys? Anybody has any questions? Understand the project well. Now the project has to be in your brain. అసలు ఏం చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం, ఎలా చేయాలి అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు. బట్ ఏదో కొంచెం you should start getting little bit now. ఒక కొన్ని scratches, bits here and there, you should be getting the portions. Okay, ఒక పేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, ఒక విజువల్ ఫోర్స్ పేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. Don't think about the claim first. First think about the request. First ఒకటే లైన్ చూడండి. Go with the one line only. Only this line. On the top line, there are 2 lines in the blue blocks. Don't go by the second line. Don't try to jump all at a time. Em jaragadi. First complete one straight flow. First complete this one straight flow. Able to understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Right? Everybody, first follow this straight line. Idi follow cheyandi. Create, deliver this first. E line. For the moment, forget about this claim form, claim page, tarata visham. Forget about this. Forget about the claims. Only focus on approval. How can a distributor can submit an approval? What are the data that need to be captured at the time of submission? Use your own brain, guys. I will give you the fields. That's later of the story. But you start using proactively. Start creating a visual force page today. I will give you on Monday the documentation. You still have 3 days time. Right? In the bid registration page, adi ela deploy cheyale, it will be there in the documentation. Not a problem. But I have to create a visual force page. A page which is externally visible. How to make it external is later part. Page ade untadi. Right? So first create a page. Give a heading, give a color, give a logo, right? Whatever you have learned in Visual Force technology, use that. Right? Section, give a tab, right? You can create a tab inside the page. What is the tab? Right? Bid information tab. What is that? Name of the bid, right? Published on newspaper, when it published, what is the source, what is the amount, what is the quantity they are looking for, what is the price, any price mentioned, who is the bid contact person, who is the customer, right? Where is the location, bid address. అక్కడే మీకు ఒక 30-40 fields వస్తుంది. Bid, only bid information. Now next, request information. That is about the tender information. Government of Telangana state ఒక tender have released a tender. All the tender information has to be captured in one tab or in a section. You can put in a section. Tab పెడితే మంచిది, ఎందుకంటే it's better that you put a tab 1, tab 2. In the tab 2, request, ఇది tender details. Now my request to ABC. What? This is the order number, order date, order, right, product, order quantity, right, request, right, for this product, this much quantity, this is the price, special price I'm requesting, right? You can put a discount there, or you can put a price there. Purchase price 100, requested price 97. That means $3 discount indirectly I'm asking, right? Then one big text box, business reason, why do you need this discount? They have to type something, why I need this, right? He will type, distributor will type what, right? I need this special pricing $3 discount as my competitor, right? Below, competitor info, inkoka tab, who are the competitors participating, right? HP, competitor 1, competitor 2, Salu. We don't want 10 in a bid there can be 100 bidders. I want the top bidders. Who is your enemy? So competitor 1, competitor name, competitor address, if you know, competitor quantity, competitor value, how much he is quoting. Competitor is quoting 100. All this information you will capture in this bid registration page, guys. Orally I'm giving you, but you have to start building this, right? Whenever you click submit, it has to generate an auto number. A number has to be generated. Auto number has to be generated. Request ID. And immediately, right, as soon as you hit the save button, immediately what happened? Inside, one more tab is there called bid request. On that request, a new request should appear. Distributor submitted. In my internal system, it is visible now. Can I go ahead and do the work in this system? Yes, I can do in this page, but if I do anything in this page, it will be visible to user. That is the reason I'm not doing everything in this page. Same page data, I'm copying it and I'm pasting it using a class and a trigger, right? We have already did it. If you remember, user to employee table. If you remember the class, as soon as I create a user, immediately an employee has to be created. Same concept. As soon as a bid registration is submitted, immediately bid request has to be created. Bid request has to be created. In this, other than this data, some additional data will be there. They will hit the submit. On that, you'll write an approval. On this object, you'll write the approval. Finally, you'll have a button called as, right? Once approved, then only the button has to be enabled. What? Create PDF. When you click on create PDF, it should create a PDF. How to create a PDF? Documentation will tell you. Nothing Visualforce. There's a one command, only one line, Apex page. In the page command where you say standard controller, right? You will say PDF equals to PDF. One command. That's enough. Automatically, whenever you run, you will get a PDF copy. You'll create a Visualforce page. That means this PDF also has to be Visualforce page. In this PDF, what I have to give? Request ID, request date, requester, request product, request quantity, request price. Below, approved date, right? So this is what he requested. Approved date, approved product, approved quantity, approved price, approval ID. That's it. Properly arranged. We don't want much information in this page. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, do we really know how much HP is bidding price? Because that's confidential, right?
But
They enclose.
yes, yeah, it is a confidential. But still, when you go to a bidder, you still can estimate, right? You can estimate. When you go to a bidding process, it happens. It's a confidential. right? Nobody knows other pricing,
Yes.
but still with an internal source, with a previous projection, you will know. Last time, same government of Telangana state, Ministry of Education. Last time HP won the deal. Whoever won, tender has to open, price has to be declared. Last time they quoted for the same system, they quoted 100. Now, can't you predict that for this system also they will quote the almost same or equivalent price?
Yeah, it's just prediction only, right? It's
It's a
not
prediction
sure.
only. It's not sure. It's a prediction. It's not sure. That is the reason. By prediction, I want, right? Looks like that for the last 3 deals, HP is winning. HP is quoting in a range of 100 to 105. But my product purchase price itself is 110. If it's 110 my purchase price from ABC, how can I take a negative, what do you call it, loss and sell it product for 105? Now that is the
Yeah.
reason I'll go back to ABC and I'll say, hey ABC, right? Same product, HP is giving for 105, but you sold me to 110. Now tell me, how should I sell this product to end customer? You only tell me now, right? So that's the whole process is you have to build.
Submission,
Lot,
even though if ABC don't want, then this whole process will get cancelled, right?
that's correct.
True.
Suppose finally, right, after I gave a special price, I gave, okay, I approved $3, $4. I gave approval. Then they went, but government of Telangana state, Ministry of Tourism went by HP. Then the claim process will never come because they lost. No, if they lost, they sold anything. No, then that means out of 100 deals they will come to us. Maybe let's say 30 deals only claim will come, because there is no guarantee that all the 100 they will win. Only 30 or 40 they will win. Let's say 50% winning rate. So 50% they will come for a claim, 50% they will lose. After we gave a pricing, looks like that our competitor is still aggressive. We cannot go minus. My finance told, sorry, let's not, just to one deal winning kosam, let's not go for minus. We have gone enough minus down. Already we gave minus $2. Now HP is giving, I don't know how HP is giving. Right? Maybe HP wants to take it as an egoism. They want to win the deal at any cost. Negative అయితే negative. ఆ డీల్ అయితే మాకు రావాలంతే. I don't care.
రివ్యూయింగ్ మొత్తం వెరీ కాంప్లికేటెడ్ ఉంది సార్ మొత్తం.
ఉంటది మరి. మీ అంత సింపుల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, రియల్ టైం ప్రాజెక్ట్ సింపుల్ ఉంటుందా? అట్లయితే I'll give you రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. చెప్పాను కదా, I'll give you one more project, రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. సింపుల్ గా ఉంటది. ప్లాట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, అమ్మాలి అంతే.
ఒక్క ప్రాజెక్ట్ కి ఒక బిడ్డింగ్ కి ఎంత ఉందంటే వాడు ఒక 20-30 వస్తే ఇంకా చాలా ఉంటుంది.
That's what I'm telling you. This is one single piece. One single piece itself is building itself will take you at least 1 month time, minimum 1 to 2 months time. మీరు డైలీ వర్క్ చేస్తే 1 to 2 months time పడుతుంది ఈ సింగిల్ ప్రాసెస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఇస్ కాంప్లెక్స్. I mean, I'll not say complex. For me it's a simple. In real time I have picked up a simple process for you and I am explaining you. కాంప్లెక్స్ అయితే మీరు పిచ్చి అయిపోతారు. అది మీకు, నాకే అర్థం కాదు. మీ ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ యూ. There are certain projects which I have to break my head for months. I study for almost the requirement for a week and week. Only study because I am the product, I am the solution architect. I have to understand this whole project and I have to design. I have to keep on looking at it, thinking brain ela vachu em avachu, right? And then I have to design the things, because that is what the company is paying me highest salary, because they came up with the requirement too. ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఎలా ఇవ్వచ్చు, how can we give, what are the possible scenarios, what are the negative scenarios? I have to build everything. I have to build this flow diagram. This is how I'll be building the process, right? So
ప్రొడక్ట్ ఓనర్ మీకంటే పెద్ద పొజిషన్ సార్ ఇన్ జనరల్?
no, product owner is same as solution architect, almost same. Highest is solution architect, remember that. He is the person who is the master of everything in the real time.
బట్ తన వర్క్ అంతా ఏమి ఉండదు కదా సార్. ప్రోడక్ట్ ఓనర్ అంటే ఓన్లీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ గ్యాదర్ చేయడమే.
No. Product owner work is not to gather requirement.
Sorry.
Product owner, right? Product owner work is not to gather the requirement. Product owner work is to understand the requirement, and the architecture work is to build that requirement into technical terms.
But compare with
technical terms.
architecture is
Yeah, compared to
something
architecture,
definitely-
yes, it's a non-technical. Product owner is a non-technical role. I told you, it's a non-technical role, right? Whereas architect is a complete technical role, right? Anyhow, let's not discuss the roles. Come here, come to the project. What's the
Sir,
idea?
in real time, where will I get the validation rules and fields regarding about the
It will
registration?
there in the project documentation, no? What rules you have to create, it will be there. Phone has to be 10 digit. That rule will be defined in the documentation itself. That is called project documentation, no? That's what I'll give you. You'll follow the documentation, right? You can go beyond the documentation also, guys, right? I created it, right, with help of one of the previous batch student. I created it. ఎందుకంటే మొత్తం క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే I have to pick up from real time, then I have to create a documentation. Not possible. So with help of one of the old batch student, I
In
created
real
this.
time, we get the documentations.
Yeah, real time you'll get a full documentation, complete, which I'll be showing you tomorrow. Right, real time you'll get original documentation is sir చూపియండి ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. I'll show you original documentation. I'll show you. Then I'll tell you ఆ original documentation నుంచి నేను ఏ piece బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చాను. The whole, right? 1 minute, I'll stop recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
Whatever we have discussed now for the last 20 minutes, lost. So you will be creating. That's the reason I told you. You have to be in the class because I'll be stopping, and right, if anybody listens the video, they will miss in between. So this is how you have to create the bid page. I gave you the requirement now orally. Phone field validation. You think validations ఎక్కడ ఉండాలి? మీరు ఆలోచించండి. Why do you want to see the document? Then compare the document. Oh, phone field validation ఉంది, అక్కడ ఉందా? లేదు అంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో డిఫెక్ట్ ఉంది. You can immediately go ahead and ask in the next grooming session, in the next standby meeting tomorrow. Hey, I don't see a validation in the phone. Is it wantedly or it missed? See, your project manager will be more happy. Hey, Rupam, right, you caught the right point. Yes, there should be validation in phone, right? Otherwise, distributor can enter anything. Then he will contact the architect. Hey, architect, you didn't put a validation on the phone. Is it purposely? I will say, hey, sorry, I missed it. I thought it's a basic requirement. You will do it. Okay, no problem. We'll take care. Then he will go and say, hey, Rupam, you're right. We need a validation. Add a validation point there. అక్కడ లేదని నేను చేయమని కాదు. You have to tell. Amount field. Are we accepting minus there? Price minus 100. No. Validation. I don't see a validation. Call it out. నాకు ఇక్కడ కనబడతలేదు validation. Amount. If I just leave it at amount field, doesn't mean that the field is correct. If somebody enters minus 300, will you take it? No. Then where is the validation? In the project documentation, I don't see validation. Call it out in the call. People will understand that, yes, you are a real-time person. This is what I want. Before I give, you proactively say which are the fields, ekkada validation avasaramu. Use your brain. This should be enough to create a project. You don't need a documentation now. You should have enough to create a project. Right? So, work on it. We will meet tomorrow, same time, and I will walk you through the original documents, right? And then we will discuss. I'll give you 2 days time to use your intelligence, and then on Monday I'll share the documents. Tomorrow, if I don't join, I might display a message on the screen. No class. If no class, Monday, same link, we will meet. In case if there is no class tomorrow, you need not to call anyone. Iroj class unda leda, hello. On the screen, the message will be displayed. No class. If there is no class, log off. Log on Monday, same link. We will meet. That's it for today. Thank you. Start continuing. Take out a paper. Start making your own structure in the paper. Take a white paper. స్టార్ట్ డిజైనింగ్. స్క్రీన్ ఎలా కనపడాలి, ఏమేం ఫీల్ ఉండాలి, ఏమేం ట్యాబ్ ఉండాలి. Make your own. See, this is the confidence you should get. Make your own project. I gave you a project, KT now. You should be able to build now your own. Idi bid registration page. Take a photograph, send it to me. Rupam, idi page. Do you think it's correct, or do you want me to add anything? Idi tab 1, idi tab 2, idi tab 3. Create 3 pages. Right? Send it to me. Take a photograph, send it to me, saying that I'll be more happy. Wow, somebody is doing something. Right? I'll say, right, perfect. This is what closely 90% match. Start doing it. Don't wait for the documentation to come and then start creating. Okay, nenu start chestunanu creating a page. I'll say yes, go ahead.
Sir,
Right?
payout and feedback both are giant in orange line. Both are
Which where?
integrated.
No, that means feedback also has to go by email. Payout also has to go by email.
Both are also integrated with the SMS as well as email.
SMS, email. Yes, that's correct. You can send a feedback. Are you happy? Yes or no? Reply back. No. SMS. Email అయితే పెద్ద form. Are you happy? What you're not happy? I'll give 10 questions. SMS, single question. So both feedback and payout will go by SMS integration. Right, guys? Anybody able to understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? Right? You start building. Don't wait for the documentation. Start building your own project. Why I'm forcing you to build your own project? Because you cannot put this project in your resume. మీరు resume లో ఏదో ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ పెడతారు. ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కూడా మీరు that project also you have to build like this. Build your own projects. Start doing it. Then you'll have a confidence. When you go to the interview, for example, you put a project. Anybody has put any project? Any name? Anybody has put any project? Anybody in the class? Let's say that you have put a project called real estate. ఎవరి నుంచి తీసుకొచ్చి పెట్టేశారు. సార్ ఏం రాయాలి? See, you don't even know what to write. Sir, I got this project, but I don't know asal what should the roles and responsibilities I should write. That is the reason. First read the project, make outline of the project, do the project. If it's whatever the project is, for example, let's say healthcare, right? Try to build a healthcare and then put that roles and responsibility there. Created Visualforce page, created a partner portal page, created a Visualforce page with a class and triggers to auto copy the information from one object to another object. My roles and responsibility. Created an integration SMS gateway, created an email gateway. See, automatically your roles and responsibilities coming now. Somebody ask a question on the project, you should be in a position to answer. ఎందుకంటే మీరు అది చేశారు. దృశ్యం. Live that false life for a day so that you can answer it confidently. ఇప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుంది? ఎవడో ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఏదో పెడుతున్నారు, మీరు ఏదో పెట్టేస్తున్నారు. Right? And when you go to the interview, when he's asking question, you're not able to answer. Tell me, how many objects have you created in the project? మీరు క్రియేటే చేయలేదు. Here you will say, yes, I created 2 objects. One is bid registration, one is bid request, because you did it. This is what you have to build. You have to, by looking at the project, build your own structure and try to implement, do it practically, and then go for an interview. Saying that, yes, how many classes have you created? Sir, only 1 class and 1 trigger. Because here, as soon as, what is that? Can you explain me what you created? So as soon as the bid registration is, a bid is submitted, immediately the request form has to create an object. So what trigger have you used? I've used after save, after insert trigger. Where? In the bid registration. So what you have taken? I've taken trigger.new. With the trigger.new, I captured all the information of bid registration, and then with a loop, right, we created a new bid request and we used a DML statement outside the loop. See how I'm connecting my subject with the project. This is lacking in you. మీరేం చేస్తున్నారంటే ఏదో ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఎవడో ఇస్తాడు, లేకపోతే ఎక్కడి నుంచో ఇస్తాడు, మీరు కాపీ చేసి పెట్టిస్తారు. రోల్స్ అండ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ, క్రియేటెడ్ Visualforce page, created classes, triggers. If I ask you what class have you created, answer లేదు, because you didn't created anything. Live that project, whatever you put in your resume, for at least live half the project. Full దాకా అవసరం లేదు. ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయండి. వాట్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ ప్లేసింగ్ ఎట్, క్రియేట్ దట్ ఫార్మ్, క్రియేట్ దట్ క్లాస్, క్రియేట్ దట్ ట్రిగర్. అది నాకు వచ్చు, క్రియేషన్ ఆఫ్ ట్రిగర్. హౌ మెనీ triggers have you created? How many classes have you created? How many fields have you created? అనగా మీకు ఆన్సర్ లేదు. Here you can say, yes, I created 24 fields in one object. See, you have the numbers. Suppose if I ask you, how many fields have you created? 10 చెప్పాలా, 20 చెప్పాలా, 30 చెప్పాలా, మీకే అర్థం కాదు ఏ నెంబర్ చెప్పాలని, ఎందుకంటే మీరు అది ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయలేదు. But now if I ask you, how many fields have you created? I created 3 tabs, and in each tab there were about 15 to 16 fields. So total about 70 fields I created in this. See, you are able to give the answer. If you put a dummy project పెట్టండి, but if you have not worked on that project, 70 చెప్తే ఎక్కువ కదా, టూ మచ్ అయిపోతుంది కదా. 70 చెప్పాలా వద్దు, 50 చెప్దాం, లేదు 30 చెప్దాం. యు ఆర్ ఇన్ అ కన్ఫ్యూజన్. సో if that is the reason, before you come to the documentation, create your own structure, own project, and leave it for a day and then go for interview. Ardhamainda everyone, what I'm trying to explain? What I'm trying to explain and what I'm trying to tell you. Everyone got it? Yes, whichever project you are placing, create those 50%, ఒక 30% అన వర్క్ చేయండి. Then only go for interview. ఏదో ప్రాజెక్ట్ పెట్టి రోల్స్ అండ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ పెట్టి వెళ్తే కథమే. He will say, explain the project. You can't explain. What you created here? How did you implement it? How did you implement it record type in your project? Can you explain? Dum, dush. ఎందుకంటే ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మీరు ఇంప్లిమెంటే చేయలేదు. ఏమనంటే రియల్ టైం క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతుంది అంటారు. No. ఈ రియల్ టైమ్ if you have implemented, then you will be able to answer. It's not a real time questions. So that's it for today, guys. Please work, focus. Tomorrow, if I join, class will there. If I don't join, we will continue the class on Monday. So till then, thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.